Once again, they're going to do battle with these wild monsters. Let's hope they're cool, calm and collected, because that's what's going to take the wool off these big mothers or mothers-to-be in the springtime. A great sheep the Wairarapa produce every year, and there's another truckload or two just coming through the stadium in the next couple of days. Good to see these young competitors here, braving the elements and what have you, and the judge's eye, as long as getting up in front of all the audience. It's good to see a good number in the audience here today, encouraging these young shearers. Don't be afraid to give them a little bit of a hoot and holler as we start to wind in, and they settle into and get the first 10 or dozen blows out of the road. Concentration, move the feet, keep the comb flat on the skin. Time's not quite so important when you're shearing one. It's all about keeping the mistakes down to the minimum. And you'll look to take the time up there on the board. Every 20 seconds it goes past, you will have 1 point in time. Of course, the board points are the next column on the line, and that is the average number of second cuts that's going to occur on this sheep, and the pen points out the back where the double zeros are at the moment will be the judging of the wool left on, any bruising on the skin. Very important that the sheep is shorn in a workmanlike manner and delivered back to the farmer in tip-top condition, minus its underwear. Awesome stuff to see these young fellas. We've got Hicks here on the front. He's been here competing in the pressing for a number of seasons now, and he made the final last year. Him and his brother in the pairs final. This is a whole new ball game for him as he's competing in this novice event for competitors that are under 50 sheep shorn in a day. Takopa on stand number 2. A little bit of assistance to the judge, just a safety issue there. Turn the plant off for her. She goes around the back of the head. Sarah Jane Reid and Ty Happy on the 3rd stand. Nathan Andy from Whangamata up there on the east coast of North Island. Down on number 5 we have Jonathan Painter from Paiatua. Shannon Perafiti down there on the bottom end, number 6 stand from Ty Happy, comes under the shoulder and down and out to the flank. One sheep and he's going pretty well. Down and out to the last leg. The money side of the sheep, we call it, Gerald. Things are looking pretty sweet for that young fella on number 6.
Yes, he's going very well, John. But as you say, time isn't everything, and it is set up that way. 1 second cut to give you an idea on the board. 1 penalty on the board or 1 penalty at the back is equivalent to 20 seconds of time. Okay, so 20 seconds, you can get a bit of work done in 20 seconds. So take note. Well done, young fella. No, just the one, buddy. Just one. One sheep, but we know you're keen.
Push your button.
We know you're keen. Look at him. He's chafing at the bit, clambering over that catching pen door. You got your button pushed. You got that stopped. Yeah, good boy. Right. Oh, look. He could be a good future shearer. Been hungry like that. Give me some dry sheep, boss. You give me some sheep, I'll get them shorn. We've got Nathan Handy. He's the next one to do the finishing touches. But once again, they've got to get the job right. All the points have been like this for years to make sure these people make sure they don't make second cuts or learn how not to do it, and make sure all the wool comes off and it's nice and tidy. But out to the toenail goes Nathan Handy. Nice and clean. He's happy with that. Push your red button, mate. Get him with that red button. No, just one. Hey, oh. They're keen. Hey, they're going to make really good shearers, these ones. They're as keen as mustard.
They might get a job up the Taranaki next week, do they, fellas?
Job down at Spain and Smith, down in Invercargill if you want. You young fellas like that. Job on the farm too if you want it.
You've got the wrong type of farm these days, Gerald.
Yeah. Things happen, all right. But I could definitely put the boys on the tractor and tell them to knock off at 7 at night and I'll go to 10. I don't mind that. Get those hours done. You've got to keep the wheels moving. That's the key when you're doing tractor work. But here we are. We're keeping the handpiece moving. That's the key to getting the wool off the old sheep. Down there, Jonathan Painter. He's the next man. No, we're just doing one, mate. Just go for the red button.
Turn it off. Turn your plant off. That's the story.
That's the idea. A bit of confusion there. Just one, novices. Sarah Jane Reid lifts the leg. That's okay. Probably not ideal on crossbreeds, but for today it's okay. Lifts that leg. More of an Australian thing with all those wrinkles under there. They don't normally like having their leg lifted up like that. Copa, no, just no.
Whoa, hold her back on
brakes, brakes, buddy.
Moata. Push the button, push the button.
They're keen as mustard, aren't they? It's a long time since I've seen them jumping over the catching pen door and they have to shear one. Great stuff.
I think, as Rick said, they want to do 15.
I think they do. They want a big final. They said we're at the Golden Shears. We'll just keep on going here. They're good shearing sheep. Finishing touches by Sarah Jane Reid. There we go. She's in for the red button. She's been listening to us. Hope someone's listening out there, John. And John O'Hicks. Finishing touches. Brought the head forward. You'll see the sheep's got the little wee mark on their nose there. That means they're final sheep, folks. So that's we draft them up, or they get drafted up, not we as in me and John, but they get drafted up by the committee and then the stockman, and then they get redrafted and redrafted and redrafted till we got them as even as we possibly can for semi-finals and final sheep. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. It's the first of the semi-final of the novice.
So stand heat number 2 ready to go. Are you waiting in the wings? Off to the right, shearers. Thank you.
Right, just remember next heat, just one sheep's enough. One sheep is the go.
On stand number 6, we have Darren Bryant. Joseph Gordon on stand number 5. On stand number 4, Liam Pritchard. Ariana Hadfield on stand number 3. Rejana Hohepa on stand number 2. And on number 1, Mark Baxter.
Just while we're waiting for them to get ready up there for that novice shearing, you've got the girls down here. Sammy Jo Tiffany, she's already into cranking that box down. Kushla Abraham, just a couple of clicks now. She's into it. Come on, girls, crank it up, crank it up. Kushla Abraham there, fair powering it down on stand 1. Come on, folks, get in behind them. Come on, Sammy Jo. Come on, get on the end of that bar, click it down. Come on, Kushla, look at this young lady go.
Look at the power she's got. She's just doing it.
Got the right technique. Go on the end of the bar, Sammy Jo. Get out on the end of the bar. It's easier. Get above it. Single clicks, single clicks. Just do it one click at a time. That's it. That's easy. Get
3
in the
clicks
rhythm.
all the
Bounce
way,
it up
she
and down.
3 clicks all the way, she reckons. All the way home. Click,
Come on,
click,
Sammy
click.
Jo. One click. Come on, keep it going.
Here comes Kushla. It's a good tight race.
Come on.
Nothing in it.
You can have a breath when you get to the end. Come on, another 6. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, Kush.
4.
Come on.
5. Come on, one more. That's near enough. They reckon both ladies.
Okay,
are
we've
going.
got a green light
Sucking
up
at
here
the
on
big
the front.
ones.
Ready, guys, up here on stage. Thumbs up from John. Timekeepers are good. Judges. Competitors, go. We're into the pen. You got to listen, boys. You're standing there yelling to the pen staff. Just give me one. Just give me one. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's the story. He's quite relaxed about it. Up in the middle, the front. Stand number 1, Max Baxter from Pongaroa. Rejana Hoepa from Napier on stand number 2. On 3, Arana Hadfield from Wairarapa. On 4, we have Liam Pritchard. On number 5, Joseph Gordon, the young Masterton man. Darren Bryant down there on the far end from Levin. All these young competitors, have been talking about their fathers and mothers in the wool industry for about 40 years, most of these people. And it's good to see the next generation come through. Here they go, down the belly and down the first off leg. Liam Pritchard from Pongaroa, just a wee bit of adjustment there. Think, breathe, man, breathe. Keep yourself relaxed and don't transfer it into the sheep. I know you might be nervous, but just keep breathing so that you fill the lungs up and keep the brain working. That's the story. Down the first off leg, Max Baxter on the front stand. O'Hepper down the first off leg as well. Look at him. Keeping the sheep nice and relaxed as he drops towards the big undermine. The young lass from up there in the Wairarapa, Hadfield, steps around the back of the head. Mum and Dad are out there in the audience keeping an eye on things. Hey, the Pongaroa lad down the first off leg now after settling down for a bit of a sticky belly. Down there on number 5, young Joseph Gordon will he at a testing time in the elimination rounds, but he's made it through to the semi-final. Use every shot you got. Darren Bryant down the side of the cheek. He's come up the neck. Nice and gentle. He tries to stretch the sheep up now and folds it around his left knee as he works towards the back of the head and that difficult part of the sheep, the first shoulder. Moving his sheep with every blow he should be, because that's the way the experts do it. And he will learn that after a period of time if he stays in the game. Working away. Don't get too close under the dropper. It restricts your movement. All those little things you got to keep thinking about, Gerald. And let's hope they can put it all together and make through to the final.
Yeah, that's right, John. It's very easy to imagine, you know, the shearing one, you think, they can get up there and shear one. But you watch the time up above, they're still doing 5 or 6 minutes. So, like if they're a senior shearer, that's like 5 or 6 sheep. Okay, so these youngsters, even though they're just handling that one sheep, this is a really, really big moment for them. And they've got to get it right. Every blow is so deliberate and so organised and exact. So, they need to keep breathing all right. You can't hold your breath for 6 minutes. That'll cause a bit of chaos inside the blood, and you won't be functioning too well. You've got to be thinking really clear, and that means you've got to keep a good head, be nice and relaxed, but it's not that easy to be nice and relaxed when you're up there under the watchful eye of judges, being live streamed around the world, and this, great audience that we've got in there at the moment. So Pritchard hits the long blow. A last side time for Joseph Gordon. He's got a lot of work to do, though. He took a short on the old long blow. See how he's got to go a long way back there? That's okay. It's not a criticism. It's just pointing it out to you guys. Another shot in the long blow there. So it's going to take him a wee while to get home just yet. Adriana, stand 3. Just saying, hold your head there, darling. Hold it. Now they're Karamintas. They're just getting tangled up in the wall there, but it's entering now. On the journey home she goes. Last shoulder time. Baxter from Pongaroa on the front stand. What are they running time now? 3 minutes 56. Yes, you've got to keep that in mind and perspective for yourself. They are really giving it some stick up there. This is a big moment for them. Be up there for 5 minutes under the watchful eye of these judges. Out to the toenail. Joseph Gordon. Once again, this is a semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. We want to make, if you want your buddy to make the top 6, get him behind them right now. Oh, it looks nice and clean too. Good shear there by Joseph Gordon. He's the first one to stop the clocks. Once again, though, 1 point every 20 seconds, so it's not a major issue. So no reason for the rest to start hitting any sort of panic buttons or the likes. 20 seconds, you can cover a bit of ground. Down on the hidden stand, finishing touches for Darren Bryant. That's it, down to the judges now for him as well. Adriana Hadfield brought the head forward, nice and pink. Take note of that one. One going out here by Mark Baxter. In for the red button, Mark. Adriana's red button time, even before she gets rid of it. Yeah, show that one off, Adriana. It's a little beauty. Yeah, beautiful. A little bit of loose wool hanging down there. It's just stuck, though. It's not actually glued to the body. It's just sort of hanging there. It'll fall off as it goes down the chute. It'll be a nice, clean sheet to be judged out the back. And those judges, when they're nice and clean out there, they're quick. And those pen boys out there, they're busy. Okay, they start on their tail as they are now, and then heads up, legs up, onto the side, and the judges just now. Yes, meaning turn it round. Last and finishing touches here. Hohepa, right out there, put some weight on that leg, bring it towards you. There's that dropper arm, John, that you're talking about. Get that out of the way, it's getting tangled up in the head. ANZ sponsored event. Once again, thank you for you guys for supporting the farming industry throughout New Zealand and all the hard work you guys do to supporting the farmers. There we go, we're getting our hands ready. Put them together now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to cut them, unfortunately, down to the top 6 for the big finale later tonight, if my memory serves me well, and it is.
And we'll cut in here, guys. The pressing just going on at the moment. Catherine Abraham-Spales on there. What's the weight?
148.0 for Kushla. 2 kilos off.
Okay.
Well done,
comes Sammy Joes. She'll be very close as well. Both these girls did a pretty good little contest here.
Just a call, please. Rochard Joan. Rochard, we need you up here. Register, mate, for this intermediate. Rochard Joan. Heat 1 of the intermediate, just quickly. Jack King, Paul Blackburn, Gilliam Stroim, Anaru Wakefield, Jean Rolpata, Carlton Aranui. First 6 for the Trust House intermediate.
Righto.
156 for Sammy Jo Tiffany with her bail. So we're down to that last screen now. Who you got there in that last heat?
Pania Peabody and Carmen Smith. Come on up. It's your time to shine, Pania. And you shine bright with that grin. Come on up.
Just a reminder, novice wool handlers, our presentation for your event is underway, so just make sure you're in the stadium. Also, there will be a presentation at the conclusion of the Thursday afternoon session for the novice shearing. So novice shearers, make sure that you hang around for that straight after the novice shearing. Sixth heat, ladies and gentlemen, in the intermediate shearing this afternoon, proudly sponsored by Trust House. So we'll be underway with that as soon as we finish the wool handling presentation.
One, two. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the presentations to get underway for the novice wool handling, we'll just come back to the wool pressing. And there has been a huge turnout of competitors here this afternoon, and we've got 2 competitors left in the women's